It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility.
There's going to be things in your life that you don't have control over. You know, like for instance, someone gets a terrible disease and, you know, or their kids gets a terrible disease, a random disease that's through no fault of anyone. The kid gets sick or the person gets sick. And no, there's nothing you can do about that. What you can take ownership though is how you respond to that situation. And so that's what you have to do. There's things that you can control. There's things you can't control. Now I will tell you that human beings can control a lot more than they think they can. And oftentimes it's pretty easy just to say, oh, that's not me. That's not on me. And I think that's the whole genesis of the idea of extreme ownership is most of the time, or much of the time, people say that's not my fault. There's nothing I can do about that. And more often than people think, there is something you can do about it. And it is your fault.
Believe in the power of one more. I got a book out about it now called The Power of One More. When my dad finally got sober, I said, Daddy, are you going to stay sober the rest of your life? And he goes, I'm going to stay sober for one more day, Eddie. And my dad ended up staying sober one day at a time the rest of his life. For those of you that are thinking about quitting what you're doing, just don't quit for one more day. Just make one more phone call. If you're thinking of harming yourself or anything like that, just don't do it for one more day. You'd be surprised the power of one more. And then the last thing I would say is, if you want to know the power of one more, what if I took it from you? What if I said, you only have one more conversation with your daughter, with your mother, with your spouse. You only have one more chance to tell them I love you. How precious would that meeting be? I can't even begin to tell you, I'm a pretty wealthy dude, what I would give for one more round of golf with my dad. I think any of you that have lost somebody, honor them. And if they're still here, make them proud of you while you're still here and they're still here. You still got a chance. You've got one more day.
I love this game. I live this game. And there's 1,000 other guys waiting in the wings who are obsessed with this game. Obsession's going to be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? Is it all you ever think about? Let's face it, it's you against you out there. When you walk on that court, you have to think, I am the best guy out there. I don't care if LeBron's playing. So let me ask you again. Do you love this game?
Yes.
Never back down.
What I tell people is the way you get to the next level of your life is keep going. Keep going, keep running. Even when you don't even know, even if it turns into chaos. You cannot be great if you cannot operate in chaos. That's my life.